Daenerys Targaryen. She says she is the mother of dragons. But would you trust her with your kids? Her father was a maniac. She palled around with Dothraki terrorists. She asked the city of Karth for a government bailout. Then she lost 3 baby dragons after placing them in an unlocked wooden box. An unlocked wooden box. This Khaleesi wants to be queen of the 7 kingdoms, but can she be trusted? Daenerys Targaryen. Wrong for dragons. Wrong for the realm. Paid for by the Committee to Protect Dragons.
We don't know anything about him.
He was never really vetted.
Is he really the true-born son of Robert Baratheon?
All over the 7 kingdoms, people are asking the same question. Who is the real King Joffrey? The people of Westeros are hurting. Winter is coming. Crop yields are falling, and the price of fuel is going up.
The cost of peat moss is through the thatched roof.
And this young and inexperienced king takes advice from a whoremongering imp and has launched an illegal war in the north. What is King Joffrey hiding? This is not our kind of family values. King Joffrey. What a bastard.
What a bastard.
Paid for by the young Baratheons for freedom. Robb Stark. He's the biggest celebrity in the North. But his father was a traitor. He arrested his own mother. His bastard brother deserted the Night's Watch. And he couldn't defend his own castle. Worst of all, Robb Stark hasn't stopped the wildlings from invading our lands and taking our jobs. He even has an illegal alien for a nanny. And now he wants to be king in the North? King? Some people say he's really a wolf. Some people say he eats dead people. We can't wait until it's too late. Send a raven to Winterfell now and tell Robb Stark to go back home. Stop eating dead people and defend the damn wall. This ad paid for by Crossbows GPS.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
When you can't find anything to watch on cable, you get bored. When you get bored, you listen to radio cooking shows. When you listen to radio cooking shows, you invite a friend over for dinner. When you invite a friend over for dinner, you use twice as many beans. When you use twice as many beans, you expel deadly farts that kill your friend's dog. When you kill your friend's dog, your friend becomes unstable. When your friend becomes unstable, you're sued for everything you're worth. When you're sued for everything you're worth, you're thrown to the streets. When you're thrown to the streets, you devote your life to world domination. When you devote your life to world domination, you become an evil fascist overlord. When you become an evil fascist overlord, old friends plot their revenge. When old friends plot their revenge, you are shot in the back of the head. And when you're shot in the back of the head, you miss your jazzercise appointment. Don't miss your jazzercise appointment. Upgrade to Indirect TV. Go online or call 1-800-DIRECT-TV.
Millions of Americans every day are shedding unwanted pounds by taking tested and proven Ultra Lipo Stick. Carbohydrates are bad, bad. Our carbo-fighting antioxidant is good, good. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
My name is Gail, and I lost like 20 pounds on Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Jared, and I lost 46 pounds using Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Zach, and I actually gained weight. This stuff sucks!
Ultra Lipo Stick is safe and easy to inject. Just 3 doses 4 times a day discreetly underneath your fingernail. Listen to this.
I used Ultra Lipo Stick and suffered from side effects like uncontrollable greasy discharge.
Ultra Lipo Stick, it turned the armpits of all of my shirts orange. This stuff is crap.
Try it today and see some real results. Ultra Lipo Stick. Not available in stores. Results may vary.
Most politically incorrect black man on the planet, Rod Eccles.
Hello, my fellow Americans. Yes, it is I, your lovable host, El Rod, coming to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is still live free or die. It is not big government or bust. It is Thursday, April the 23rd, in the year of our Lord 2015, as we prepare to slide on into the weekend. Just one more work day for those of you who work during the week and absolutely hate your job. For those of you who love your job or love what you do for a living, then it's not such a big deal. In fact, I know people who actually hate the weekend. No, I'm not one of those people, however. I happen to love the weekend, but I also happen to love the other 5 days of the week as well. It's always pretty sad when you, out of 7 days, you only look forward to 2. I mean, God gave you 7 days a week, not 2. So if you're really regretting or hating or despising Monday through Friday, or whatever the 5 days that you work are, then it's probably a clue to you that you need to move on to something else, do something different. I just implore you, do not go to work for some, liberal idiocy company or group or organization, because you're going to drive yourself insane, especially, if you are a right-brained, right-thinking, logical type of person. They will drive you insane because the liberals are just full of hypocritical ideas, hypocritical thoughts, and they probably won't even like you anyway. And even though you're supposed to accept everything about all of them, they will accept no part of you if it's on the right side of center. And if you're on the left side, you better be the correct kind of liberal. You can't be the average, Joe liberal and Jane liberal who really aren't that liberal. They might be slightly left of center. Because if you're just slightly left of center, you're too easily picked off and converted to being right side of center. You've got to be radical. I'm surprised they don't have some sort of mean testing for that. For you to be employed by, like Starbucks. Starbucks is, the CEO is pretty liberal. I'm surprised to be, maybe they do have some sort of means testing before you can become a barista for Starbucks. I would not be surprised. Question is would you be surprised? Speaking of Starbucks, and it actually wasn't since I just mentioned it, it isn't the story that I wanted to bring to you first tonight, but Starbucks is actually starting to, they're making an attempt to put their dollars where their cups are. Now, if you remember back in March, Starbucks tried to create a conversation about race with their hashtag Race Together debacle that baristas were supposed to write on coffee cups, beverage cups that you got. And this was supposed to be an attempt to get you to open up and talk about racial issues with the barista. Now, I'm still wondering if all the baristas went through some sort of racial training in order to, how else can you have a conversation with a regular customer on race if you don't know if you don't know how to talk to them about it. But anyway, I had all kinds of issues with it, and rightfully so. Much of America had a problem with it. I mean, the backlash was absolutely tremendous, and it really caught them by surprise. Now, see, a conservative would not view that as being a surprise, but liberals are always surprised when somebody rejects their phonyism. And the American people basically just saw through this. This was more transparent than a glass. There was nothing about this that was genuine. There was nothing about this that was going to be real. There was nothing about this that was going to be able to help or solve any issues, especially seeing how Starbucks wasn't practicing what they say they were, what they were preaching. They were not. There were no Starbucks stores in inner city neighborhoods or urban neighborhoods like Ferguson and Detroit and things like that. There are no Starbucks there. And, their excuse was, some people were trying to defend Starbucks by saying, Starbucks is like any other corporation. They go where the profit is. What, black people don't buy coffee? Latino people don't buy coffee? Inner city urbanites don't buy. Well, they probably would not buy Starbucks because Starbucks is way overpriced. It's ridiculously overpriced in my book. I used to drink it. There are people that drink that stuff every day. I didn't drink it every day. But I used to go there, once a week, Starbucks, and I used to get Starbucks coffee. And I happened to like their instant cappuccino. Now, it wasn't instant coffee, but how they did it was so fast, I just call it instant cappuccino. It's not like you go to a restaurant and it takes them a couple of minutes, a few minutes to make a cap. Like Brewbaker's in Keene, New Hampshire on Main Street was probably my favorite coffee house. And, just a local mom and pop shop. Made an awesome cup of cappuccino. Now, it seriously took them, 3 to 5 minutes to make that. It took them time. And you could taste the time that it took for them to make it, to properly measure it, and properly brew it, and properly steam the milk and froth it and mix it together properly. It took some time. But Starbucks is a little bit faster than that. So I would go into Starbucks just to get a fast cappuccino or, a good strong cup of Joe. But I stopped going. I stopped spending my money there when I realized and I found out a few years ago that they were supporting anti-U.S. military groups, anti-gun groups. I thought, why would I spend my money at an organization that is spending the profits from me, propping up and supporting organizations that I do not believe in? Now, granted, many companies, corporations, they'll support various groups and organizations that we might disagree, that each of us might disagree with, but it's usually not the majority. Starbucks, the vast majority of organizations that they supported, I would never agree with or support. So, when I found out that they were